Hello guys, today we're going to talk about a touchy subject, and that's family court and the government's involvement in the family. So this is a touchy subject for a lot of people. A lot of people are very much sold on child support is the 100% thing that has to happen. A lot of people are sold on that's the government's the only way to force somebody to do what's right because we're supposed to force people to do what's right. I am not in that camp, I guess. I think people should do what's right. I think it should be on their choice. People also see child support as like, well, this is the punishment you get for being out there. When it comes to family, I'm not interested in punishing people. Okay? I'm much more, I don't know. I'm much more into the separation thing. Stay away from me and my family. If you're going to cause problem, you're going to be a problem, stay away. So here's the thing. Family court makes this about money. They don't care that whether or not you get to spend time with your kids. They don't care even whether or not you are the father. Okay? They only care that a woman pointed her finger at you and said, you're the dad, and then now you owe money. The government, which is family court, has or takes jurisdiction over your child. And jurisdiction I have up here means the legal authority to hear legal cases and make judgments, the geographical reign of authority to enforce justice. Okay? So basically, I live in South Carolina. South Carolina law is if you have a child here, they have jurisdiction over your child. That makes, to me, that equals my child belongs to the government, which of course I am 100% against. The government doesn't have legal authority to make decisions for my child. I do. Okay? So that's another reason why I'm against it. One, because it's money. Two, because it's just about more government control. So money and government control, obviously bad. Three, it's not a just thing. All right? So as I said before, a woman can just point a finger at a guy and say, that's the guy, and your child support will start. There are many, many, many cases throughout the years where a man who does not know this woman, or knows her only as a friend, or knows her but never slept with her, or knows her or whatever, but that's not his kid, okay, gets named and has to then pay the child support. Knows her because he is her neighbor. Okay, I've heard it all. I've talked to lots and lots of people and things like that. This turns the family dynamic into how much money can I get from you? How can I punish you for how I feel? So I don't like the family court. I don't like that it gives people the opportunity to do that. And if someone in these comments tells me, well, women don't do that or men do it too, I'm going to say, one, women do that. I know at least three who, for them, child support just became spending money for them, which is gross and disgusting. Okay. Two, just because someone else does something wrong doesn't mean you should do it. Doesn't mean it should be supported in any way. Okay? So let's see. Puts the family under the law of the government. Money, it's not just, I had a fourth one, but I can never remember. Anyway, those three are pretty good, right? I mean, that's why I don't want it around. I know 2 or 3 women personally who have been given child support, got remarried, continued with the child support. The guy they married to can support them just fine. Wants to adopt their kids, things like that. Excuse me. And they kept that child support going, even though their kids didn't need it, so that they could have spending money. That's gross. That's disgusting. It's not justice. It's not honorable. It's not an honorable way to live. Okay? Everyone says that the child support money is there so that the kid can have food on their body, roof over your head, etc. Or clothes on your body, food to eat. That's that. Roof over your head, stuff like that. But what happens when she marries again and all that's taken care of, and the dad's still paying. It's not going to the kids, guys. It is not. These women are using it, like I said, for themselves, for spending money to have, and that's disgusting. Okay, it's not just. It's not good. These women are basically using the guy they were with as just an ATM. Just give me the money. When you reduce a relationship you have with someone to money, that person you no longer view that person as human. All right. Again, it's not your job in this kind of situation where you've gotten away from the person. This person doesn't have a say in your life anymore. Your kids are fine. It's not your job to punish them. It's your job to maybe get away from them, maybe have them at a distance or something. But it's not your job to punish them, and that's what most women use this money for, to punish them. And I say that because the women can say, I don't want it anymore. But they don't, because they're not honorable people, and they'd rather be disgusting and be for money. So that's why I don't want it in a very short version. I'll have some links down for you guys that show where the injustice of it, where men go to court, or men don't even know they need to go to court, and because some women pointed a finger at them, and they now pay child support. What? Oh, the other thing. I remember now. This is what it is. All of the family court stuff is outside of any other law that you would have, because in any other thing, you are innocent until proven guilty. You have to prove, even in civil court, you have to prove someone did something. You don't have to in a family court. In family court, they just take the word of the woman. Okay, most of the time. So that's why I don't like it. You are outside of the norms of how the law works. It's about money. It's unjust. And it takes your family and places it under the jurisdiction of the government, which is not natural or normal. So that's why I don't like it. I know several people where it all worked out fine. He's not overburdened. She has what she needs, etc. Things like that, right? The way that worked was because those two people got together and made it work. He knows those are his kids. There's no question here, okay? They're divorcing for other reasons. In which case, you don't need the government to do that. You don't need the government involved in what you're doing if you and this other person can sit down and say, okay, this is how we're going to do it. I know lots of situations like that too, where the people got together, they were together for a couple years, a kid came out of it, they separated, he shows up, he spends time with his kid, he brings, food or whatever, takes him out to dinner, whatever it is. If the kid needs something she can't provide, she texts him, he shows up, he has it. That's their arrangement. They didn't have to get the government involved, okay? A person who is fighting you on whether or not this is your child, this is just sort of another point that I thought to myself, because I have thought about this for several years. And basically, if I am with a man and all of a sudden he doesn't want his kid, or he never wanted his kid, or he doesn't think it is his kid or whatever, then I don't want that guy around at all, period. Okay, at all, period. Basically because he's going to hurt my kid. I'm going to go find some other dude for my kid to hang around. Whether they're a boy or girl, they need that positive male influence. Okay? So that's what it is for me. I think it's unjust. It's outside the normal parameters of law. It's only about money. And then it puts your family into the hands of the government. And none of these things are good. All right? So that's where I'm at with it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Have you thought about this? Think about this too. I see this video every once in a while. Excuse me. Here's the question. Man, sorry, I'm burpy. If a woman can decide, I don't want to be a mother, and she can abort her child, and that's normal and legal right now, should the man be able to say, well, I don't want this child, and not pay for the kid? Should that be a thing that happens? Now, of course, I would say yes, because that's justice. That is the right thing to do. I will, okay, so just in that scenario, with just that question, obviously I would say yes, right? If he doesn't, if we're going to say as a society, she can kill her kid if she doesn't want it, he should be able to say, okay, well, I'm just not going to pay for it. That is way, way less worse off than I'm just going to kill my kid. I don't want my kid. You see what I'm saying? Well, anyway, think about that. Remember to pray and read your Bible today, and just think about some of the things I've said. Again, I'm going to provide links for you, my fellow Americans, my returning watchers. Thank you so much. In the description for you to peruse and read. This is not something that is just like a 1 or 2 time off thing. You're going to see this happens throughout the years and etc. like that. So, anyways, I got to get going. This is why I think the family court should be abolished. It is a disgusting display of the government over its people. So, anyways, like I said, remember to pray and read your Bible, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm sorry I got rambly. All right, bye.